who is autistic, is here and is going to also be talking to you. And so you know that we are looking into matters that concern debunking myths about autism, separating fact from fiction. Now, I've got my guests in the building, right? I've got Evelyn Mensah Agu, right? She is the program director at Pat Silver Educational Support and Therapy Center, CEO founder at Pat Silver Foundation, right? Welcome aboard to the program this morning.
Thank you very much.
Right,
Thanks
awesome.
for having me.
Awesome. Now, I've also had a mother to an autistic child, special autistic child. I mean, every autistic child is special, I tell you, right? And she is in a person of Pat Obande, right? She's here in the studio. Welcome aboard, Pat.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Bless.
And yes, I have my man here. He's a great man. He's a great, lovely young man right here in the studio. And his name is Enoch. The other part, I've forgotten that part. Phenom Doran. All right. Enoch Phenom Doran. Is that a Jos name or Kaduna, Southern Kaduna?
Kaduna.
Southern Kaduna. Is it Java?
No.
Baju?
Kagoma.
Kagoma. Okay, awesome. I schooled in Katy, so and that's why I can perceive some of these names and all of that. All right, so welcome aboard, Enoch, to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Now you heard that. Okay. All right. I think I'd like the professional to start first of all, and then we get to hear from Pat, about her story, right? And of course we get to also learn about some of Enoch himself, his talents, as well as debunking some myths that some people are holding in the society about persons who are autistic, or as well as autism, in general. Now, what would you say autism is, basically?
Okay, so autism, which is, also known as autism spectrum disorder, right. ASD, because some people might just say ASD, is a spectrum. That's why it's called autism spectrum disorder. Yeah. What it means is basically it affects people on different levels. Okay. So, it's like being on, having a skill. There's one end here and then there's another end, so some people can be at this, the beginning, which is mild, and then it moves to moderate, severe, and then profound. Yeah. So that's why it affects people differently. And like they say, if you meet a child with autism, you have met just one person with autism. So autism is a neurological disorder that affects communication, behavior, and sometimes cognitive skill. Right. So when you say, that's why in layman we just say it's a triad impairment, because it affects three major areas of the pillars of development. Okay. So when you say affects behavior, sometimes you see children with autism, they're usually very cute. Like anyone that is watching now, if you see Enoch, he's so cute. Okay,
let me put a peg there. Y'all should get on to the Facebook page wall now at Eagles FM Abuja. Go onto the YouTube channel at Eagles FM Abuja and see for yourself, so that we see that what we are saying is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Go ahead.
That's it. Yeah. So they're usually quite cute, and facially, their presentation is always very cute. Awesome. But the behavior in terms of having, at different age, there are certain level of behavioral expectations. So it's when the behavior comes out, you're like, so most of the time parents are judged on that. Okay. They call them, bad parenting, because you didn't train this child well, that's why the child is behaving like this.
Oh, I get that.
You see, so it's not because of bad parenting, but because of the struggle that comes with the territory of being on the spectrum. So it affects behavior. Communication, sometimes, you look at the person. I'm just going to keep using my son Enoch because he's here. He's a teenager. Yes. The way he would communicate with you as a typical teenager is different. So sometimes people might feel he's being a bit offish or snobbish, but he's not, because he wants to communicate with you. He wants to socialize with you. but he doesn't know how. And that's because of, you know, the difficulties that come with the territory of being on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Cognitive skill, learning is affected. So they learn at a different pace, at different levels.
Okay.
You know, you would expect, you know, a teenager, a 14-year-old to be, what? I think most of them, they finish high school now, right? At the age of 14 because of all these double promotions.
Yeah.
But for a child with autism, and now I'm going to be clear with this, it's not all the children.
Okay.
It affects them on different levels. That's why it's a spectrum. There are high functioning autism as well.
High functioning.
High functioning, which means educationally they're okay, cognitively they're fine, they're hitting their educational milestones.
Yet they're still autistic.
They're still autistic.
Wow.
So, but when it comes to the behavior and communication, that's where the deficit is more obvious. Then some, their communication is good, but deficit is more obvious in the cognitive aspect. Some communication, behavior, you know, so it affects in different levels.
Okay.
So that's what's, you know.
Yeah. But it doesn't take away their humanity. I
No,
think,
it doesn't.
right.
It doesn't.
Okay, because that's what I feel we should really, you know, put out there. Because
Yeah.
So nobody says, oh, because you're autistic, it means you're not human.
Oh no.
Right?
Oh no.
Because
They
there are
are
some myths.
usually-
What are those myths that you've encountered?
Okay, so one of them, which is, you know, I'm a big advocate of inclusive education. 'Cause
Right.
I believe that, you know, all children should be given the opportunity to learn regardless of their disability.
Yeah.
And the UNESCO Education for All initiative says all children should be given the opportunity to learn regardless of their status, their background, their disability.
Yeah.
One of the difficulties we have, so at the center, what we do, we prepare children with special needs with the skills they need to thrive in a mainstream environment.
Okay.
And when it comes to mainstreaming children, one of the difficulties we have is schools are kind of, you know, they find it difficult to admit some of these children. The reason for that is parents who have neurotypical children tend to think that if their children hang out with children with autism, they might become infected.
Oh.
And this is not true because autism is not a disease. It's a condition, it's a neurological condition.
Yeah.
It is not a disease.
Okay.
So that's one of the biggest myths, like associating with them is going to affect you, or, oh, they have these difficulties because of witchcraft.
Okay.
Maybe their mother is a witch, or, you know, their grandmother is a witch. That's why, or they use them for money ritual. That's why.
Of course.
There's a lot
Yes.
of myth out
Yes.
there, you know, and also that they cannot learn. That is so not true.
Okay, I'll put a peg to your thoughts because time is not really being our friend right now. Let me get to with Miss Obande. You are a mother.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, you are a mother of an autistic child, and that's this beautiful golden, you know, boy right here in the studio, Enoch. Tell us just a brief of your story. Give us a brief on it.
First, I want to thank Almighty God for
Yeah.
the privilege,
Awesome.
because the truth is that when this call coming that we will come out again to talk more about autism,
Yes.
I was happy, and it's a privilege, and I really thank the whole crew of Eagles FM,
Right.
because this outreach you people are doing, and may
Great.
God Almighty bless you people.
Thank you.
It's a long journey, but by God's grace, I'm seeing the fruit of my labor by His mercy.
Okay. I've got to ring a bell to that one now. I've got to ring a bell to that one. You're seeing the fruits.
Yes,
Of your labor.
yes, because the truth is that when he started, I didn't even know that he was autistic, because I don't even know the word autistic. I don't know what it means.
Never heard of it before.
I've never heard of it. So from the one, I know everything about him was slow.
Okay.
He's crawling. He didn't talk until he was 6 years. He's very, when he gets angry, he throw himself, hit himself. He used his self-harm as in pinching his body, and he doesn't he likes just to watch cartoon and play.
Did he scare you at that time?
No, I was like, he's a special child,
Okay.
but I don't know what
exactly
was wrong
was.
with him.
Okay.
So I now thought that, okay, maybe because I'm a single mom, that's why maybe I'm facing what I'm facing alone.
Another
really,
myth.
Yeah, another myth.
Another myth.
Exactly.
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
because I really like what maybe I went wrong. So I was blaming myself that it's my cross I need to carry. You understand? And being a single mom, a lot of you have to shut your ear from a lot of they say.
That's right. That's right.
Just to make sure your child gets the necessary thing. And I noticed that he was very petty. He was very clingy to me. That I cannot even leave him with anybody. Because when he starts, he gets disorganized, and I'm the only one that calm him down. So it was like 4 years ago I got to know the word autism through American film I was watching, and the little boy was prostrating all the things he prostrated when he was a child.
Okay.
Then I started googling it, and I know that there was a word called autism.
Autism, yeah.
And that is when I started reaching out for help.
Okay.
And God linked me to Mrs.
They call her
Evelyn.
name, yeah.
Mrs. Evelyn here.
Okay, awesome.
Someone introduced me to her school,
Yeah.
and she have to evaluate him and say, okay, she would think of see how she can help us. The truth is that the word autism is something that now I can see why God gave him to me.
Right.
I'm a
Right.
caregiver,
Oh.
and God is using him as a voice.
Wow.
We are not ashamed to be here. I'm
Right.
very, very proud of him. Because he got to start teaching himself how to read by himself.
By himself.
Yes, because when he went to school as early as from 2 years. But the challenge is that he was not talking. So all these teachers were like, okay, they have to force him. I say, you don't force him. He's my child. He's not talking, but he's hearing.
You understand?
You don't beat him. And that has been a problem. Any school I put in, they want to beat him. I say, don't beat him. He's hearing. It's just like he's not communicating. But he's not deaf. He's hearing you. So with that, I'm having challenging with school. If I take him to this school, when he finished primary school, getting to secondary school, the same issue. And reading was a problem. He could not read. And I would pay for extra lesson.
Teacher, yeah.
The teacher, as far as he does not respond,
They believe.
because they have mood.
Yeah.
They have mood that he will not even respond. You talk to him from now till he will not respond.
Wow.
And when he comes to that mood, just let him be.
Okay.
Then I will not abandon him. Or to the other time, a teacher brought I think a 6 years old to him as a teenager. You bring a 6 year to come and read and show him how to read.
No.
He now told me, Mommy, I'm not going back to that school. This is what she did. I said, you are not going back. So I withdrew him from school. For the 4 past years, he has been self-schooling.
Self-taught.
Yes. And I got to know that he knows things that even me, myself, I don't even know how. I think wildlife, he will tell you things about animals,
Wow.
space, he will tell you about the sun.
Well, so it doesn't seem as though we're just hearing from you. Enoch, you might want to tell us, I mean, all of these things, how did you know these things? Like, we're wondering how.
Yeah.
How did you know? And what are your talents? Like, what can you do?
When I was younger,
Yeah.
I always liked Chris and Marty.
Okay. Is that a cartoon? Okay.
that I know I used to watch.
Yeah.
He really love animals.
Okay.
And that's one thing that I like.
Oh.
So it really helped me. And I also like to watch DIY side.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
then how to the secrets of the universe about space. How a star die, it transforms
Yeah.
into a gamma ray. He explodes so much that the inside can be seen for thousands of miles.
My
The brightness can be seen for even in space. They don't
Yeah.
count as measuring. They count how bright the stars is to know how far it is.
You're schooling me now. You're schooling me now.
Seriously.
You're schooling me now. Right.
And the animals, just like the cheetah, everybody knows a cheetah,
Yes.
but they don't know how to differentiate them between a cheetah and a leopard.
I would never know. I just think it's a cheetah. All of them are cheetahs.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah. So
But-
you can differentiate them.
Yes.
You know them by their characteristics.
Yes.
Awesome.
Cheetahs, everybody know that they are fast, but one thing that they don't know is that they are faster than a Ferrari.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Take me back to school now. Awesome. I like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Hold on, enough.
Awesome. You know what? I wish that we could go further. But what would be your skill? What would be your skill? Your talent? What can you do? What do you find pleasure in? Do you find pleasure in art? I don't know. What is it?
It's three things that I find pleasure in.
3. Okay.
Yes.
Let's get to hear it.
Number one is art. I like drawing and making things. And some of my cartoons, I can draw them. Just like the picture, I can draw them.
Yeah.
Then
Wait. No.
another
That's a huge one. Some of the cartoons that you watch, you can draw them.
The
Yes.
characters.
The characters, you can draw them.
He has some
He
in
has
his
some
phone
with
now
them.
that he wants to give you to show. Paste on your page.
Okay. Well, we'll get that, we'll get that, maybe at the end of the show,
Okay.
because I'm looking at, as I'm talking to you, I'm still looking at a clock and everything, so mostly you're connected with drawing the art, yeah?
Yes.
But then you said 3 things, so this is one.
Yes, they're animals. I
Okay.
know a lot about animals and I always like them.
Is there any
when I was
particular
small.
reason? Or it's just because
Since
they're
when I was
animals?
small.
Yeah.
I know I used to watch cartoons that normally used to be about animals.
Okay.
And even when we were in one of our former company, I always like animals.
Okay,
The
awesome.
way they behave, and I just like them.
You think there's a lot we can learn from
Yes,
animals?
there's a lot.
Okay. It says
Even
there's
right
a lot.
now, most of the things that we human beings make, they are inspired by animals.
Animals, right?
Just like the blimp
Yeah.
is got the idea just by looking at a blue whale.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right, and then the last thing will be what? The 3 things. You mentioned 2.
Yes. The third
Design
thing-
building.
Design
Design.
and building. Okay, awesome. Well, can I ask you one question, Enoch?
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, your name is a special name. Secondly, you're a special person, a special human,
Yes.
right? I'm thinking deeply for this one. What are your dreams? What do you dream of? What do you wish for?
It's 2 things actually.
Okay.
Even before now, most of the characters I was trying to make somehow like a robot that you have a mind just like the cartoon, like the cartoon, just like a animated toy.
Yeah.
So everything that they behave in the cartoon will just come out like them. They can talk to it in any language,
Okay. Wonderful.
and it would.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, the second one?
The second one is to help other people,
Oh,
because
wow.
I know that there are
Wonderful.
more autistic
Children out there.
that needs the help, just like me. Me was friendship
Okay.
and talking. I could not communicate
Yeah.
to other people. So I said that animals and cartoons and toys
Became your
Yes.
communication friend.
Yes.
Oh, right. Anyways, thank you so much, Enoch. I'm super grateful that you came by the studio. I'm glad that we are seeing that today, and we'll love to really appreciate some of your works. Put it on our social media handles too, and appreciate them. And thank you to you too, Madam Obande, for being very keen of your child.
Thank you very much.
Yes, because some persons will be negligent, so to speak,
Yes.
and they won't understand, the goal that they carry. And of course, to you, I'd like you to give, even if it's 1 or 2 lines, you can see the prompting I'm getting, but even if it's 1 line or 2, just give us as a cap, to the discourse this morning.
Okay, so all I just want to say is when people see parents with children with autism or any other developmental delay for that matter,
Yeah,
be nice to them. They're going through a lot.
okay.
It takes a lot. If you're raising one neurotypical child and you think is a lot, try and raise one child with autism or one child with any other developmental delay. It's almost times 10 of the efforts that you're making. So when you see these people, be kind to them, be nice to them, offer help where you can. If you can't help, instead of giving that snide look, just look away.
All right. Thank you. This is where we call it a close and appreciate it. We see calls coming through, but then we can't take calls right now. Wish it was a 1-hour conversation, but yes, we're just pressed for time. I'm looking forward to